If you're a successful 9 to 5er, you've ever thought about launching your own consulting business, but you have limited time, you have limited resources, and you really don't know what to do first, I've got you in this video. I'm going to walk you through the steps that I would take, the stuff that I teach my clients on how to get started, and anyone can do this. I'm going to keep it super simple for you because we don't want to overcomplicate things. That's why we give up. When things seem too hard or too complicated, we don't want to even get started. So let's get right into it. The first thing that you need is an idea. And when we're thinking about an idea for a consulting business, which I really want you to shift and start thinking about not a consulting or a freelance business. I want you to think about a service-based business, like an agency, something that could potentially have more employees, something that could potentially get sold one day. If you're a freelancer or just a consultant, that's just usually 1 or 2 people. And if that's something you want to build, I'm all for it. But don't limit yourself to consulting or freelancing. You can build a service-based business with a lot of employees. So make that quick mindset shift first. That's going to help you charge more money and go after the larger clients. So you need the idea. And the idea comes from what you're already doing in your 9 to 5 job, the thing that you're already getting paid for. Some of you have been in your 9 to 5 for 10, 15, 20 years. You are more than qualified to start a service-based business based on what you've been doing in your career for that long. So start there. If you need help dialing that in, download the free Skill to Business formula. Over 4,000 people have downloaded this tool, and it will help you nail down an idea. The link is in the description. You can definitely go grab that, and it'll help you with the idea. So once you have the idea, now you need an audience and you need an offer. But I like to build the audience first before I have the offer dialed in. This is where a lot of newbies get it backwards. Is they come up with an offer like, hey, I'm going to sell this particular package, a 3-tiered model. I've got like a DIY version, a done with you version, and a totally full-blown done for you version, which I love, and I do that, but you don't really know for sure if that's what people want. So I like to lead with, hey, let's build an audience up first. Let's speak to them and let's ask them what they want, not what you think they need or what you think would look good in a 3-tiered pricing program. That's going to save you a lot of time because you're actually hearing the pain points from the potential clients themselves. So we build the audience first, then we build out the offer based on the feedback that we get from them. So how do we build the audience? It's a great question. A great question that I just asked. Now I'm going to answer it, but you're probably thinking the same thing. The first thing that we want to do, because we're busy, we don't have a lot of time, because you've likely got kids running around at home and just a lot of obligations, is we're just going to run a simple call funnel with Facebook ads. How do we do that? All right, call funnel. We set up an account where we have a way for people to book calls with us. Now, I like to use a tool called Calendly. It's very inexpensive. They have a free version and they have a $12 per month version if you go monthly. And that's a way for people to get on your calendar. Then you'll also want to have like a Zoom account as well so that you can actually have the visual calls with them. You could use Google Meet too. Either one. You want a way to actually have the calls, and then I would look at a way to record the calls as well. And there's a lot of free resources out there. You can use like Fathom is something that I use. I will put all these links in the description, and I'm not affiliated with any of them. So this is not me pitching you to use these tools. I'm going to give you the tools and the steps to take in order to pull this call funnel off so that you can start having conversations with your potential clients and build your offer the right way without having to guess and do a bunch of market research that'll take you down a rabbit hole. All right. So Calendly and then Google Meet or Zoom so that you can have the actual calls. And then we're going to run an ad, a very simple Facebook ad. Now, you might be thinking, oh my goodness, Facebook ads, I don't know what I'm doing. I can't do that. It's like, yes, you can. Think about Facebook for a second. It's a very, very wealthy company, and they make their money on people spending money on ads. It is in their best interest for it to make it as easy as possible for you to run ads. They show you how to do it. It's not that difficult. There's a ton of tutorials on YouTube. I have tutorials on my YouTube page that you can check those out, but don't be scared of ads. It's a great way for you to get attention without you having to do a bunch of cold outreach, like cold calling or emailing or DMing people. Again, limited time. This solves the time problem. You can start for as little as $5 per day. So again, this whole setup that I'm giving you is going to be less than probably $200 or $250 per month, depending on which version of the email tool that I'm going to give you and the Zoom account and Calendly. It's very, very minimal. So you run the ad to the call funnel, and the ad needs to really speak the language that your client wants to hear, your potential client wants to hear. And you can use ChatGPT to help you. Again, skill to business formula, download that. And based on the idea that you pick, ask it to help you with messaging, ask it to help you with an ad, with copy, and get that ad going. And you want it to run it straight to the Calendly, right? And you can actually track this in Meta. I'm not going to go through that here, but you can track that in Facebook, where it knows how many people are booking calls with you. So you get people onto your calendar that are interested in your offer that's probably about halfway done, maybe 70% done, and they're going to help you dial in the offer. And you're just having conversations with them on these calls. You're finding out what their pain points are, what their problems are, not necessarily pitching them that this is a sales call. Again, my philosophy on business is build up the audience, find out what they want. And you find out what they want by asking them, having conversations with them. And then you make it for them and you present it to them for money. And they buy it from you. And then there's no guesswork. There's no guesswork at all. And this is a very effective way to build a business. It's a little bit longer as opposed to just starting with an offer and trying to go out and find as many clients as you can and having to tweak it over and over again. This is coming right from the client's mouth. It's like, okay, you want this, this, and this? I'll build that for you. Here's the pricing. And when you're looking at your pricing, I want you to think about why people buy, because a lot of brand new consultants, freelancers, again, we're shifting that thinking towards the agency model or service-based business, is they underprice because they don't think they're qualified. You are qualified because you're doing the work already. And think about what you're already earning in your 9-to-5 job, right? To do this thing that you're going to help other businesses do is don't underprice yourself. Because these other businesses that you're helping, that you're talking to, your pricing is directly related to not what you're earning in your 9-to-5 job, but the value that you bring to them. And the value is measured by the result that they're trying to get, that they're trying to accomplish. The business that you're looking at, hey, I want to achieve this specific result, but I want to avoid this pain. And you need to think about that pain. And the pain is going to be they don't want to do it. They don't know how to do it. They don't have the time to do it. And they simply would rather pay you to do it for them. I mean, think about why you make purchase decisions. A lot of those same reasons. And you charge accordingly. And what would it cost the company if they had to go hire somebody full time to provide the service that you're providing for them? If it's going to cost them $100,000 a year to insert a person to do this, to solve this problem, right? To be their marketing department or to be their sales department or to be their finance department, and you can do it for a percentage of that, that's a win. And they don't have to do it. And they don't have to go hire somebody, and you can solve the problem. I want you to think in that realm, not like, oh, well, I make $100,000 per year, so I can only charge them $8,000. It's like they would have to go out and spend $100,000 to have a full-time employee do this. They don't want to do that. So think larger. Maybe you could charge them $20,000. This is just one example. Think bigger. Don't just think, I'm making this, this is what I need to earn. What are they willing to pay you to solve the problem, to get the result, and more importantly, to avoid the pain that they would have to go through to get the result if they had to do it on their own. So after you start having calls with people, you want to make sure that you're also collecting all of their email addresses, because you want to have follow-up conversations and you want to nurture them so that when your offer's ready, you can go back to these individuals. Now, the people I had calls with, I would simply call them on the phone, but you can also continue to nurture them and add value through email, whether that's through a couple, 3 emails a week or 1 per week, and you're just talking to them about potential solutions, like how you can help them, and just interacting with them. And you do this through an email system called MailerLite. Again, link in the description. It's a free tool. It's great for beginners because you can actually have, you can collect email addresses. You can also send out emails, and you can have a landing page. Like you can have one landing page that collects email addresses. So you could have, like a free thing on there that you wanted. They opt in for that, and then you can send them email addresses. But the way to go really here is the call funnel, running a $5 per day Facebook ad to a call funnel, having conversations with people, helping them build out the offer, your offer, and then you go out and you make it for them. Because what's going to happen with enough of these calls is you're going to hear repetition. People are saying the same thing to you over and over again. If it happens 3 times, that's something people want. That should be in your offer. And you build that out, and you record all of these calls, and you put the transcripts into ChatGPT, and you're like, here's 10 calls that I had of clients telling me, potential clients telling me, like, this is what their pain points are. Help me put an offer together. It truly can be that simple. Then you go back to all of the potential clients that you had calls with, and you simply say, hey, here's the offer. Here's what I'm doing. This is what happened on our calls. This is what you told me. Here's the solution. And you give them a way to sign up, right? And that can be simply by having a landing page with a checkout, or you can just send them a Stripe invoice. Like, if you're interested in signing up, you can book another call with me, or you can just reply to this email and I'll tell you what the next steps are. Very simple. And you can put the offer on a Google document. Yes, you can. I have sold 4- and 5-figure clients on a Google document. I promise you that you can do it. It's very simple. It's very clean. You do not need to have a long-winded sales funnel to do this. Okay, those are the steps to get started with your service-based business, your agency business. Don't forget to download the Skill to Business formula. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Go build your business. You can do this.